So, welcome everyone to the energies for May, this beautiful reading that we'll be doing today. And I have a very exciting shamanic journeying to end our day or our hour together. I hope you find it healing and supportive for you. So, thank you and welcome to everybody who is here with me live. Can already feel the energy. Yeah, quite intense. I love it. And all of you who will be seeing this later in the replay, welcome. We can feel your energy and spirit as well. So let's dive right into this. Everybody is on mute. Just keeping yourself mute just keeps the noise to the minimum, which is great. So if there is anything, you can put it into the chat, and I will try to remember throughout the hour to chat too. But let's dive in, and I have something to share. Uh, This time, because last month, I don't know if you were here in April, I had some technical difficulties with sharing. So this month, hopefully it should, yes, we should not have a problem this time. Okay. All right. We can see that. Just nod your head if you can. I believe you guys can. Great. Okay. So last month we worked with the goddess energies. Vesta was a big one. We also worked a lot with the fire energy that came up for us as well. So this month, a little bit different. What I was feeling called to do this month was working with Greek mythology. So we're doing some Greek mythology tarot. I hope you guys like this. I thought it was quite interesting. And before we dive into this, I'm just going to apologize for any mispronunciations of these gods and goddesses. They're beautiful. I've been practicing, but knowing me too, I sometimes still get it wrong. So I apologize at the beginning. And just for all of you, if this is your first time, those of you who've been with me before know how I do this. But if it's your first time, we'll be looking at the beginning, mid, and end of the month and the energies to do with the beginning, mid, and end, and then an overall energy for the month. And remember too, please, that this is a very general reading. Some of this will resonate with you, some of it won't, and that's okay. You take with what works for you and you leave the rest. For each card, I will give you a moment or two to connect yourself to the energy of what is coming up. So before I dive in and start telling you what I've been picking up. All right, so let's dive in. So the beginning of May, which we're already in. Oops, I don't know what I'm doing there. Okay. So I'm just going to give you a moment or two to connect with this card. This one was a little bit intense for me when I pulled it, a little bit dramatic. Let's see how you guys feel with this. So this card that we're looking at for the beginning of May, which is where we're right in right now, is the god that I pulled is Epiphrone. And Epiphrone is a mysterious figure in the Greek mythology. He was the god and personified spirit of careful consideration, prudence, and shrewdness. When I turned this card over, I was like, oh, okay, a little heavy, because I was really feeling that the energy for May was going to be quite light and a little bit nicer. And I still feel that. And you'll see that, yes, it will be. But the beginning of May, if this is for you, has been a little bit heavier. And I do have to say, just passing, I believe it was the new moon that we just passed, was, yes, it was a new moon in Taurus. I actually felt myself for it to be a little bit dramatic, a little bit heavy and I'm still doing some work. So if this is resonating with you, um, what I get with this card is really those hands. Those hands are popping out at me. And the thing with our hands too, which I found a little bit disturbing with this card and with the energy I was picking up, is I'm a massage therapist. I am a Reiki healer. I use my hands a lot, and I use my hands in a healing, gentle type of way. And our hands are very much are connected to our heart center, our heart chakra. Hands are all about, touching and, nurturing and connecting with people, as well as we feed and nurture ourselves, as well as we feed and nurture our loved ones, our children, our babies, even our lovers. Hands are so much a part of connecting, and that in a way of affection and love. So when I pulled this card, I was just like, oh, like that's not comfortable. So what I was feeling very strongly from this was more of an energy of grabbing, of hunger, of taking. Um, um, there is an element here of protection as well, but not in such a great way. More of like seeing something and being disturbed by it and backing away from it. This to me feels very much like our shadow self coming up, and we're being seeing something within ourselves that is disturbing and upsetting, and we're constricting our energy. We're coming inwards, we're pulling back. And yes. So if I don't know if you've been feeling that over the past several days, but if you are, you're not alone. And there is something that's coming up within us that we need to do some healing. And it's okay if it is a bit disturbing, if it's uncomfortable, but it's something that we need to face. And as we see the next coming cards, you'll understand this more. Um, I'm just looking at my notes here if I've done everything, if I've said everything. Yeah, another thing that came up too, the last point I want to make in regards to the energy of this card is a lot of us are looking towards the future. We're also looking out at the world and how it is, and being very disturbed by it, and pulling back and constricting from it, instead of again seeing that that is part of our shadow self. That is part of, we're being projected back to us what needs to be healed within ourselves. So these first several days of May is really about doing some inner reflection, meditation, work on the shadow self. And it is, we're going to see with the next card why we need to do this. There is a push for us from the universe that it's time to step into our true power and purpose and actually start doing it. But before we can take those steps, we need to clear away a couple of blocks. We need to clear away any fear, any uncertainty within ourselves, anything that may be disturbing us and sort of pushing us off our path. It's really important. And this card too, and energy feels very much connected to the eclipse portals that we've gone through back in March. This is that it's time to go. It's time to take action. It's time to move forward, but something's holding you back, and you have to clear those last blocks. So I hope this has helped. But this is just the first part. And I think, again, the eclipse portals that we went through, plus the new moon portal that we went through over the past couple of days, is really helping us to push, to clear those blocks and move forward. So most likely for the rest of this week, if this is resonating with you, speaking to you on some level, there's just a little bit more to do because mid-May, it starts to really lighten up. So I'm just going to give you a moment to connect with this beautiful goddess. She's gorgeous. I love this card. The Greek goddess Calliope, when I turned her over, I was like, oh, this is going to be beautiful. So this is our going into next week, mid next week, and end of next week will be in the middle of May. And this is why we need to clear any shadow aspects, any blocks, any fears, because she is this gorgeous goddess. Like, just look at all these flowers and coins on her head, like everything is blooming around her. And it's not just that it's bloomed, it's like it's grown, like there's growth here. There's a sense of maturity. Like when I really looked at her face, I felt this great sense of maturity and wisdom, where we've really grown and matured into ourselves, into our abilities, into our purpose, into our own special powers and magic of our own being and our own self. And that we are transforming into these magical, beautiful beings that we truly are. So I love the energy of this card and very, very much deep divine feminine here. Um, Again, in a very, not the beginnings, not, even really the maiden energy, not the crone. And yes, then you'd say the mother, but more than that, it's just this beautiful divine feminine and really having a deep connection with her, with your own intuition, and really being able to see clearly where you're going and feeling very stable, very confident in what you're doing, that you are not in the beginning stages, that you are in the mastery of what you have to offer the world. Now, Calliope was the muse of music, song, and dance, and the patron of epic poetry. She inspires you to create and help lessen fears of failure. So again, there's this like any need of clearing away lower energies, fears, blocks, energy of feeling of, well, if I do this, what if it doesn't work or if I fail at it? No, she's like, let's do it. Let's embrace it. Let's create together. Let's create magic. Let's move now. You're ready. Let's go. So I really love this energy. So the beginning of May might be a little bit on the heavier side, but it's to clear any blocks, to open up this new energy, this new divine feminine energy of creativity and movement and growth in a very mature way, bringing in your mastery. You have it. It's there. You've worked on it. All of you guys have been doing your healing and your work for so long. You're now like this mid-May. If you're not, haven't already started, it's time. You're doing it now. And you're going to see at the end of May that, yeah, you're doing it. We're in it. We're creating. Lots of richness too. Like there's a sense of wealth here as well, but not so much, not when I say wealth or richness, it's within your own power. It's within, you're really creating it from within. It's not coming from outside of yourself. It's all within, and it's coming from within, from the divine feminine and flowing out into the world. So almost this change of direction in our perspective on how we see energy flow and how we see manifestation occurring. we tend to, or I feel anyways, that we have our eyes always to the external world, and we're always looking for the manifestations out here. And yes, that is true, but I feel that to we need to shift perspective and bring it more internal and see the manifestations taking place within you, and then seeing that energy flowing out from your heart, out from the third eye, and going out into the world, and then seeing it. It's almost like we see the external as the first step, and we're not putting so much importance or time or being really within the internal, the divine feminine, and seeing how the seed begins there, and then seeing how it flows and manifests outside of yourself. If that makes sense to you, something to meditate or reflect on. Um, and that's where I feel the wealth and richness coming, seeing the richness and wealth that fills yourself, your being, and how that manifests within yourself and then comes out. Um, Health, anybody with health issues, this feels so vibrant, so strong, so healthy, that there's a renewal. Um, a strength here, just so much power, very powerful, very strong, very, very strong, intense, divine feminine energy, really lovely. So, yes, I hope people are resonating with that or can take that in and feel it. We will be working with all of these beautiful gods and goddesses today within our shamanic journey to help support us in moving forward with this. All right, let's go to our end of May. Again, another very, very powerful goddess. I'll give you a moment or two to connect with her. And just look at all these beautiful flowers, like so much growth, so much beauty, so much power of Mother Earth, nature, and what she can create. She's showing us, like, look, if I can create this, so can you. So Persephone is our high priestess for the end of the month, and she is a very powerful goddess in the Greek mythologies. I think most of you probably know the story, but just very quickly, she is the daughter of the goddess Demeter, and she was with her mother. I believe she was with her mom picking flowers, and Hades saw her and took her into the underworld. And there's many different stories of her being abducted or her going willingly. I like to say she was willingly to go into the underworld, and she spends half the year in the underworld, and then in the spring she comes back up to the surface to be with her mother, and that's the renewal energy and springtime and rebirth. And that's what's happening here in the Northern Hemisphere right now. We're all going through springtime and that rebirth, renewal. I know in the Southern Hemisphere, I believe it's fall now. So, but we still have this beautiful renewal, rebirth energy. And this is us again realizing our beauty, our power, our wealth within ourselves. Again, this deep, powerful connection to the divine feminine, and finding your creativity and your purpose and what you're meant to do and how to manifest that now. And Persephone is going to help you. And again, with the high priestess energy, this is very much connecting inwards and really connecting with your own intuition and listening to your intuition and following your guidance here. and allowing your inner guidance, your inner wisdom to guide you in those next steps. Where do you need to go? What is your next step? What is your path? Knowing it and feeling that purpose very deeply within yourself and feeling very supported by it, and knowing that this is your power and your truth, and you're ready to do this. You're ready to conquer. You're ready to create. Um, Yes, so lots of strength, lots of power, I said purpose, direction. I really feel people will be able to find a very clear path, um, really feel the true direction of where they need to be, where they need to go. Again, her eyes are open, just like with our last card with the goddess. Um, with our last goddess, she again, her eyes were open, clear. She's standing in her power, and again, surrounded by her creativity, what she's created, the beauty of what she created, what she's manifested. And again, holding that, as I look at Persephone, her arms are cradling her creativity, what she created, what she's manifested. She's nurturing it close to her heart, close to her body, and seeing the beauty and brilliance of it, uh, and the abundance of it as well. I'm just looking at my notes. Another point came to me too was what I felt was standing firm to the light within, not allowing what is happening outside in the external world or with other people around you to throw you off your path or to start to lower your vibration, see things in a lower perspective of like, the world is going this way, like what can we do? Feeling that powerlessness. No, this is being very strongly within your power because each of us has our part to play. And it doesn't matter that we see other people outside of ourselves struggling or working on their own healing, their own shadow self, their own blocks. That's okay. That's where we need strong boundaries. We have to give them the chance to figure it out themselves and in their own way. You're no longer there. You have done the work. You are now here to show the way that once you have cleared those blocks, once that you have realized the power of your divine feminine, once that you have understand how to manifest and create and to listen to the inner wisdom and the inner guidance and your own intuition, that this is what happens, this is how you create, and this is what helps other people to support people in their healing because they know that there's end results, and the end results are beautiful and magical and very powerful. So don't allow yourself to get dragged down into other people's, and especially out there in the external world with the news and whoever is doing what out there. A lot of those people don't want to do their work and they're not ready to do it. And that's okay. That's not about you. You're here. You can create a magical, beautiful, healthy world yourself. And there's a lot of us who are doing it with you. So know that we're all supported, and there's a whole bunch of us around the world doing this. We have the power to change it. So this is so important right now. And this feels like a very powerful and important month to be doing this. So please, yeah, follow your inner wisdom. You've got this. We all have this. We're doing it together. Um, yes, and again, yeah. So another going back to the mythology of Persephone is that we have just what I was saying. We've all traveled in the underworld. We've all gone into the darkness and we've come back up into the light, just as Persephone does, where she goes into the underworld for part of the year and she comes back up into the light. We are all doing that, and we're taking the wisdom of what we've learned in the underworld and in our shadow self, in the darkness, and we're bringing it out into the light and to help support us in our own power, with our own purpose, and supporting us in our journey, in our next path or where we're going. Um, yeah, so that's what I have for the end of May. Very, very powerful month, you guys. We can do a lot. There's a lot of stuff we're doing. A lot of us are purposes, your own divine purpose, your inner wisdom is speaking to you very, very strongly this month. Like I said, just at the beginning of this month, a little bit of clearing some blocks still, but just a little bit, or we wouldn't be getting these beautiful goddesses. And my last card that I have for you is our overall energy for May. And this is perfect. Yeah, this is a perfect card. So I'll give you a moment or two to connect with her. So the goddess Themis, very, very, we've got very strong goddess energies. May should have been the goddess energies again, just like April. They're coming in strong, the divine feminine. And of course, the goddess Themis for justice. Yes. And again, we've got beautiful flowers. We've got flowers, the beauty of Mother Nature, her strength, her power, her resilience is really speaking to us this month and is asking us to see the same thing within ourselves. And once more, connecting with our own divine feminine energy, our intuition, going inwards with the blindfold. And the Justice card about the balance, the sword, this is really the energy of justice is really about our healing and coming into a place of realizing our true power and our true who we truly are, our true being, our natural state of being. And how this for me speaks to me is that justice is really that we need to give ourselves justice, in that when we were conditioned or programmed and taught that we were smaller than we really are, and that we are not powerful than we really are, and that we couldn't do things or we weren't capable of doing things because of either our education or our, or not having enough money or whatever it is, right? There, we needed justice within ourselves to realize, wait a minute, that is all lies. None of that is true. We truly are these like powerful, expressive, beautiful beings of light and love, and we can create such beauty and greatness with on this earth with co-creating with Mother Earth. And that is where the balancing and the need for justice comes in, that taking back our power and being like, no, I am very powerful. I can do whatever I want to do. I'm not small. I'm actually quite big. I am this beautiful, grand being of love and light, and I can do what I want to do. And that's where justice comes in. So the balance of asking yourself over this month, am I giving my power away? Am I in my power? Am I giving myself that, I'm trying to say, doesn't sound how exactly what I want to say it, but am I in my true like place of justice? Am I giving myself, am I being just to myself? There we are. I found the words. Am I being just with myself? Um, or is somebody else trying to take my power away from me, therefore, shifting the balance within myself, within my world? Am I using my sword of power as a place of clearing away darkness to see the truth? Or am I using it to defend myself or as a weapon against others or the world? So, asking ourselves these questions as we move through our own process of working through all of this are really important questions. And to be really, really honest with yourself. We need to let go of our pride, of our ego, and be super honest with ourselves because they don't serve us. What serves us is understanding our power, our own truth, and following that deep intuition and following basically really our divine feminine self. And that is really what is speaking with us right now. Um, and just a little bit of information on the goddess Themis. She is one of the Titan gods. She resided over justice and was a prophetic goddess who watched over the ancient oracles. So again, very strongly, justice is very strongly attuned to our inner intuition, our inner wisdom, to see this as a way to help you finding balance within yourself. And again, drawing yourself back into the divine feminine and not being so much in the external world and what's going on out there. That's all illusions, anyways. It's all other people's wounds and traumas. And some of them are working through it, and some of them don't want to. And again, we have to have our strong boundaries where we have to respect that and focus on ourselves right now. That's what's going to help support Mother Earth. That's what's going to help us move and create in a healthy, positive way. And that's what's the most important as of right now. So I hope this has helped you, has given you some insight, clarity, understanding. Some of it hopefully has resonated with you. And once more, if there are some things that are not, that's okay too. All right. So I'm just going to quickly check the chat. Um, and if there is, if I can do it here, yes, I can. Okay, it looks like we're all good. We can move into our shamanic journey today. Jean says, yes, resonates. Great. Okay. So let us work with all these energies that have been speaking and working with us today and will be speaking and supporting and working with us this month. Let us ground and align into these energies and also help to reveal to you anything that you may need to clear within yourself or have clarity and insight with. So, as we move into this shamanic journey, I'm going to ask you all to get into a place that is very comfortable for you and into a space that you will not be disturbed. And for those of you who like to have some music in the background, if you like to light a candle, burn some incense, Palo Santo, sage, whatever resonates for you, whatever will help support you in your this shamanic journey. So as you close your eyes, or if you like to stare at this image, you can as well. Take your awareness to your breath, breathing nice and deeply into the abdomen. And as you breathe deeply into the abdomen, feel your whole body, your energy opening up and expanding in all directions, allowing for space within yourself, expanding. And as you exhale, feel any tension, any tightness, any holding, just melting out of the body, clearing out. Allow the body to just drop and let go. And whatever position you're in, whether you're in sitting in a chair, lying on a couch, lying on the floor, just feel the support that is being given to you in this position, cradling your body, supporting it. And as you feel the support, allow yourself to let go even more. And gently bring your awareness to your heart chakra and see a beautiful flower opening and growing at your heart center. Notice its color, its shape, its size. Notice its texture, its smell. And as you just allow your awareness to be within the center of your flower, feel its richness, its creativity, its wealth of knowledge and wisdom. Take in deeply how it feels to you, what it's offering you right now. What do you need right now? And now visualize or intend an archway opening up in the center of your flower. And as you step through this archway, you step before a beautiful, large Greek temple. See steps going up to this beautiful white temple with large pillars. And standing at the entrance of this beautiful Greek temple is the goddess Themis of justice, the goddess Calliope, the goddess Persephone, and the Greek god Epiphrone, all waiting for you to receive. You begin to walk up the stairs towards them. They're smiling and welcoming you to the temple. They're here to support you, to guide you, to protect you in this journey today with whatever you need. It might be healing, it might be insight, clarity, wisdom, maybe something else, connection. But you feel a sense of excitement and joy. And as you reach the top, they embrace you. And they all step back, and the goddess Themis points to the center of the temple. And inside the temple, in the center, is a large mirror. The frame is gold, and the goddess beckons you to stand in front of this large mirror. And as you do, you look into the mirror and see what is revealed to you. Is it your own reflection? Is it something else? Is it clear or is it murky? Are some areas bright and clear and other areas in shadow? Don't judge what you see, just observe. Now the mirror becomes murky and it's now no longer easy to see anything. The goddess Persephone comes to you and says that she is going to be your guide into the underworld. And she will show you the way so you do not get lost and help support you in any wisdom, insight, or healing you may need to do. And the god Epiphrone and the goddess Calliope are both going to be with you in this journey and helping you to clear away any obstacles, blocks, and help you gain any insight or wisdom. And they will stand on either side of you. The goddess Persephone steps through the mirror into the murkiness, but she has a light in her hand. And as you step through the mirror between the god and goddess, you can follow Persephone easily into the underworld. You step through the mirror now. You feel supported and safe. And you follow Persephone in her light. There is mist all around you. It's difficult to take in the environment, but don't worry. You have a light that is guiding you. The god and goddesses of Greece are supporting you as you move through the underworld now. When you feel ready, ask them to show you any blocks, anything that may be stopping you or preventing you from attaining your purpose in life, anything that you want to do or have been working on. And maybe you don't have something specific. Maybe you might be unsure if there is anything blocking you. And I would ask that you ask them, the god and the goddesses, to help you see, to help you have clarity, insight that may be holding you back. And as you ask, the mist begins to part and you begin to see. Take a few moments to see what is revealed to you in the underworld now. The mist begins to return, and once more it's difficult to see on the path. But the goddess Persephone is there with her light, shining your way and guiding you forward once more. Though it might be difficult to see in front of you, within yourself may be a new clarity, a new insight. And as you continue forward, ask the god and goddesses if they can help reveal to you any wisdom, any information that maybe has been hidden from you or unknown at this time that can now help you on your path in your journey in this life, in this world. Or if you have your own specific question, now is the time to ask them. And as you do, once more, the mist begins to part and you begin to see the truth. See what is being revealed to you now. When you feel ready, Persephone guides you forward once more. But as you move forward on your path, the mist is not as strong. The mist is much lighter, and you realize it's easier to see your path and your direction. And as you continue to move forward, you notice a spring up ahead. The water beckons to you. And as you come to this beautiful spring, Persephone tells you that this pool of water is a place for renewal. And you undress and you move into the warm waters, allowing them to cleanse and clear you of anything that's been holding on that is no longer working for you or necessary. Allow yourself to go all the way under, feeling that clearing and cleansing deeply within. Feel embraced by the water's warmth and nurtured. And you notice at the bottom of this spring, something shimmers. And you decide to swim down to the bottom. And as you get to the bottom of the spring and realize the shimmering is actually a mirror portal back to the Greek temple that you first started in. And as you swim and move through this shimmering light, you step back out of the mirror that you started in into the Greek temple where the goddess Themis waits for you. She embraces you and welcomes you back. Take a moment to see how you feel right now. Do you feel lighter? Do you feel more of a sense of direction and purpose? Do you feel a sense of excitement and joy? The goddess hands you her sword, and as you take her sword, you realize that you've reclaimed your power and that you now hold your power as a place to create and manifest joy, abundance, and happiness. And the goddess Themis points out to the path outside the temple. And she says, you're ready to now embark on your journey. And as you look out on the path or road before you, it looks bright, clear, and smooth. Before you take those first steps onto this path, take a few moments to thank the gods and goddesses that accompanied you now today and all their gifts, help, support, and protection. Know that you can return to this place at any time, that you can connect with all of their energies to help you in whatever you need. They are here for you. When you are ready, begin to step down onto your new path, road, and begin to take those first steps. And notice, how do you feel? What are you ready for? What is it time for you to create? Slowly and very gently, in your own time, bring your awareness back through the archway into your heart, into the flower you had created at your heart. And just be for a moment or two, taking in what you've learned, what you've seen, what you've done today. In your own time, slowly and gently bring your awareness back to your breath, breathing nice and deeply into the abdomen, noticing the sounds around you. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, stretching out the body, waking it up, bringing yourself back to the present. Take some time now to write down anything you need. Take some time to have some water, move around a bit, just bringing yourself back completely and grounding these beautiful energies. I hope this has helped everybody today, helped to support you in your journey for this month. Remember, you're not alone. There's so many of us around the world doing this together. We're here to support each other. We're doing it. And I will see everybody again once more at the beginning of June for the June energies. We'll see what that unfolds and reveals for us and where we find ourselves at that time. If anybody is feeling a need for a Reiki treatment or your own personal reading, you can go to my website to check out all of that and anything else I do at heartalchemy.ca. If anybody wants to directly contact me or speak with me, you can do so at my email address. And I'll have all of this down too in the replay. And I have I'm working on something fun that I hope all of you will enjoy. It's not quite ready, but it would be a workshop. Um, and when I do have that all done for you, you will hear about it hopefully in the next coming weeks. So look out for that. Um, but yes, otherwise, I hope to see you guys all again in June. Have a beautiful, wonderful month. So much love and light. And yes, just create, have fun, enjoy. You are the creator of your life. Let's see what you can do. Let's see what we can all do together. So much love, you guys. Have a great day. Bye for now. Bye.